All right, we are live. Where'd what come from? All right, you guys are going to see Rocky working over here. He's got some important shit going on. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. We are live tonight, folks. We are live tonight.
Thompson for Matthew 25 Ministries. Matthew 25 Ministries is one of the few charities I'll actually endorse because I know them. I've worked with them, and I know almost all of the money that you donate goes to help people. Go to m25m.org.
Yeah, that's fine.
m25m.org. Hi, it's Doc Thompson for Matthew 25 Ministries. Matthew 25 Ministries is one of the few charities I'll actually endorse.
Where'd you put it?
I know them. I've worked with them.
Text?
I know almost all of the money that you donate goes to help people. Go to
All right.
m25m.org.
There, we good. What's up, kids? Rocking and rolling. All right, I'm going to do this. I got to share. Okay, sorry. We're a little behind here. All right, I'm going to go here. How much time we got? Ooh, 41 seconds.
Yeah, we're about to hit it.
What are we talking about tonight? Whoa. Son of... What are we talking about,
seconds.
Phillips? I'm stressed, bro.
30 seconds.
All right, share.
We got stuff to talk about tonight. All right, here we go, folks.
Oh, boy. Let's go.
Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. That's 800-823-5826.
Journey into the matrix of the mind. Stretch your imagination and challenge reality. Abnormal realities are beacons for the imagination. What society deems abnormal may be more real than we think. This is Abnormal Realities with your hosts, Ron Phillips and Rocci Stucci.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Ron Phillips, the guy who brought the country into the city, and I'm the meatball, the guy who brought the city into the country. You are watching and listening to Abnormal Realities. I'm ready to rock and roll. Ron, what's taking so long?
What's taking me so long?
Yeah.
You're the one over here still working on stuff. I've still got to go out and get those now.
Oh, I got this. Folks, hey, happy Tuesday. I hope everybody had a fantastic Labor Day weekend. I am here with you spiritually, emotionally, physically, and
that's what he says.
Hydroponically.
Okay. Hydroponically?
Dude, you cut your hair. It looks fantastic.
I did, yeah. I had to shave it down
shine
because it
is
was
going
getting
on.
a little long, man.
Dude, we should shave our melons with a razor and then buff it.
I've done that before.
Dude, it's a good look.
Oh, okay.
And then you know what we'd be doing? We'd be walking up behind each other and just giving each other right in the back of the head.
Smack.
Look at Ron. Ron is in producer mode.
Nah, I'm getting this stuff ready for you.
So, you know, it was really cool. When I got here, we were talking about, and this is not the topic for tonight, and, you know, I do want to talk about it on a different show, but we're talking about ancient electricity. And I don't know how many of you have ever done any research to the fact, I know we talked about it years ago with John Ward, but ancient cultures, dude, we're going back to like 3000 BC, 2500 BC, and they were able to get silver and gold and copper and do these different things and produce electricity for their cave huts.
Okay.
I always wanted to live in a cave hut.
In a cave hut.
Well, a cave, but I'd call it a hut to make it more appealing.
More homey.
More homey. Put a couple rocks up and, you know, put paint on them and call them pictures.
Okay.
You know, the Flintstones did it.
Yeah, they did. You know, this is going to be a pretty good show, just because of some of the stuff we're going to be talking about. We've got several stories that are based around UFOs, abductions, and things like that. But we're also going to talk about a new movie that's out, and it's a Bigfoot movie. And I've got a little bit of, I think I'm going to play the trailer for you and let you see it. Then we've got some interesting information that we'll tell you about that. And then Rocky wants to talk about pyramid conspiracy theories.
Ooh, I do.
Not pyramid schemes, folks. Pyramid conspiracy theories.
Pyramid conspiracy theories right here.
Yeah.
Normal realities.
Yeah.
You know, because
How was your weekend, Bob?
Nobody really knows. You know what? So we've had this conversation numerous times on numerous shows. There's hundreds of podcasts out there where everybody believes they have the answer on how the pyramids were built. Now, I will say one thing. I talk about him all the time.
Yeah.
John Ward.
Yeah.
His site is 100 miles south of the pyramids. And their site, their dig site, is the actual quarries where they dug the stone and somehow got them 100 miles north. We're talking 2,000 to 4,000 to 6,000 pound stones. They got 100 miles north. They didn't use super glue to put them back together. And
No, they hauled them bitches over there.
they did. There's theories that they used a boat because the Nile River was closer to the pyramids back then. It's all theoretical. Nobody knows. It was aliens.
They could have just
Carried
teleported them over there, right?
Yeah, you're
Is that
going
what
to get mad
saying?
at me for 1 second here. Right there. Don't say nothing.
No, at least you told me you were doing it.
I
That's
wasn't
good.
prepared for that.
It was
part.
all good?
It was all good.
Yeah.
So, you know, what's your theories? There's a guy who also believed that there was a water source, and this is not part of the article. There was a water source that produced energy at the pyramids. In fact, we should have him on sometime just to kind of say, what's up?
A water source
Yeah, that
produced energy
somehow.
for the pyramids
Yeah.
or at the pyramids?
At the pyramids. And he argues with people every day on Facebook about it.
Really?
It's an interesting conversation.
Let's get him on.
Let's get him on.
Yeah, because I don't want to argue with anybody, but let's get him on and talk
I
about
just
it.
want to give a quick hello to everybody over there on the Facebook page, Abnormal Realities with Ron and Rocci, everybody over there on the YouTube channel, and everybody, of course, on OpsLens.com, OpsLens mobile app. And, of course, we are on Roku. We are on Amazon Fire Stick. We're on all types of Android and Apple devices, TVs, and, of course, Mojo 50 Radio, Odyssey Radio. And you can catch the episodes on iHeartRadio by searching Mojo 50 Radio.
Yeah, or you can search Abnormal Realities
Just search that.
on iHeartRadio to listen to the podcasts.
You can.
Spreaker.com. Hey,
Yes.
let's give a hearty
Oh,
get well soon
get well soon.
to our blue alien friend,
Yep.
Audrey.
I
God
was-
bless you, buddy.
I was not
Get well
happy
soon.
to hear what happened. She was abducted, folks. And the alien had longer fingers than expected. Really did, Ron.
And so now she has to go through, what is it, 2 weeks of anal probing?
Well, it's surgery. She had to get stitches.
Oh, yeah. Oh, ooh, okay. that is an image I can do without.
Serious note, Audrey, we love you. She's just very sick, super, very sick. She doesn't have what you think.
She does not have the thing.
Yep. But she's sick as a dog.
Yeah.
And we wish you and bid you well and recover soon because being sick is dumb.
Yeah, it's dumb.
I'm not good at having a cold.
Why? Are you like me, where if I've got a sniffly nose or
Done.
something, I'm done.
Done.
I can't do a damn thing.
Blankets,
My
soup.
wife is like, Jesus, you're the biggest baby.
That's me.
That's
High
me.
five on that, bro.
That's fine. That's a man thing. Really.
It is a man
Okay.
thing. It is a man thing.
I think every woman out there who has a husband or a boyfriend would agree that men just don't do sick well.
And women are amazing creatures.
They are.
I mean, dude, they can poop
Sometimes you won't even know they're sick. They
Ever.
will just handle it.
and they handle it, dude.
God gifted them with that. Didn't
What-
gift us with anything.
Not much.
All right. So what do you want to talk about first?
A former U.S. Air Force member claims she worked on a secret.
Do you need your glasses?
Yeah, I don't have them.
Former U.S. Air Force member Niara Isley
Oh,
claims that she worked on a secret moon base. Now, we've heard this story before
we have.
several times. There's some videos out on Gaia. Randy Kramer
Okay.
was a colonel, I think, or captain, who says that not only were there bases on the moon, but there were bases on Mars and that he had worked out there as well. But this is a former member of the U.S. Air Force radar tracking. She was a radar tracking operator. Niara Isley stated that she was forced into slavery on a secret moon base camp. She recalls being abducted multiple times for traumatic experiences. Now, An unexpected event that took place in 1980 turned Mrs. Isley's life upside down. Niara was traveling along with her colleagues for a mission at the Tonopah Test Range. During their flight, suddenly the aircraft in which Niara was traveling encountered a glowing UFO that maintained course alongside them. The team was instructed by the ground control to get a radar lock and intercept the flying saucer.
Oh.
As the aircraft both landed, all the members who boarded the craft were taken into custody by one of the Air Force's covert branches. In her book, Facing the Shadow, Embracing the Light, Niara has described her unpleasant and prolonged experience. The former member of the U.S. Air Force had been abducted 8 to 10 times over a course of several months. After the abduction, Niara Isley was taken to a secret base camp located on the dark side of the moon. The dark side of the moon.
Dude, that could have been that mummy they found. They could have been related.
Could have been. According to Niara, the base was owned by strange reptilian beings.
Oh.
However, the operators were human personnel. She contended that many other humans were kept at the base against their will, just like she was. Quote, I was very poorly fed and worked hard during the day cycle, operating some kind of electronic equipment for excavation at times and doing physical manual labor at others, such as lifting and stacking boxes. Worst of all, I was used for sex during what passed for night there from man to man.
What?
Yep. Says she was looked down upon as an object of experiments and was inhumanely treated. She stated that the medical experiments were performed by grays, meaning that the root of the conspiracy steeps deeper than we imagined. The process of abduction and experimentation went on for months before being eventually released. However, she is convinced that she wasn't set free without first being subjected to a memory wipe. Oh. And this is the story that most everybody who says that there's a moon base says that they had a memory wipe is why they didn't initially come back and talk about it.
So you're saying that there's some validity to the Men in Black device?
Oh,
the bloop bloop.
Yeah.
You gone.
Says, in fact, she says that an acute absence of memories from that period tipped her off. She might have been the victim of an abduction. She lost 3 months, she says.
So how does she remember? This would be a really good interview to have her on the show, I think. Because I got questions.
Oh, I'd love to have her on the show. She says, discouraged and hurt by the time she lost, Isley underwent hypnosis and recovered her suppressed memories.
Oh boy!
It seems that the attempt at wiping the memory was unsuccessful.
All right.
These operations are called MyLabs or military abductions, and others hypothesize that such abductions and traumatic experimentations are way more common than we think. Isley and her peers suggest hypnosis therapy to anyone who's experienced long periods of missing time. Pretty interesting. It says the perspective of unwillingly carrying memories of being forced into slavery and routinely experimented on is something else. The seed of paranoia, the writer says. Well, if what Niara says is true, then we're all living in a web of lies that is spun by our own people. Do you guys believe these stories? I mean, she's not the only one who's mentioned, the moon bases and being abducted and taken to the moon. She didn't talk about how she got there, of course, but apparently we have a capability now to travel back and forth from the moon in an hour.
Dude, my labs are real. I never heard of them.
MyLabs?
Yes. Military abductions.
Yeah.
Many people are coming to the grim realization that they have endured alien abduction experiences. A significant percentage of alien abductees have learned that they are the object of extreme interest by deep black elements of the military intelligence community. This interest goes beyond simple monitoring, surveillance, and psychological warfare operations. Abductees are being used by the military in a variety of operational roles, including but not limited to astral operators, psychic spies, covert operatives, technicians, and scientists. Abductees who have been used by the military in this fashion are known as MyLabs, which stand for military abductees. MyLabs are often described as being taken to underground facilities. MyLabs, as well as military aerospace insiders, have witnessed non-human life forms of human military and medical personnel working together underground and above ground installations. Dude, Denver Airport.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's the only one that I remember us talking about on this planet. I'm sure there are others. Hell, who knows what goes on underground anywhere, but we're talking about, underground moon bases. And you got to think about this, folks. We went to the moon the last time in 1972, right? So we're almost 50, 50 years away now? Yeah, almost 50 years away, and we've never gone back? I mean, we know the military launches stuff all the time. We know there were secret and covert missions launched.
Yeah.
They don't mind telling you that. But what about the stuff that we don't know launches, right? Stuff that we can't see, stuff that launches from a different platform somewhere out in the ocean. You got to think that something has gone on, right? I mean, do we have the technology in this country even to get someone to the moon in an hour?
Oh, I bet. Yeah, dude. I bet you we can time travel.
You think we can do
I
that
think
already?
We can, absolutely. Do you realize?
I think we can probably teleport. I don't know about time travel
Okay.
yet.
All right. Yep. Teleport. That's good. But do you realize if we could time travel, do you realize how the greedy hands of this planet would learn to use that as a major weapon to manipulate history to rewrite our current day?
Which is why I don't think we can time travel, because our history, none of us woke up this morning going, JFK who? You see what I'm saying?
How do we know?
Hitler who?
How do we know?
Because I still know Hitler and I still know the history.
Yeah, right. But if they time travel and change history, then that would automatically be wiped from our brain. We wouldn't even know what we wouldn't know and what we don't know.
Okay, you have a point.
Thank you.
Yeah, you have a point.
All right,
but,
question for
but
you,
they
though.
didn't change JFK, evidently.
No, they didn't, because that's important. All right, so listen. If you could time travel anywhere back in history, any time back in history, where would you go?
We've talked about this before.
Let's talk about it again.
Yeah, I said Abraham Lincoln.
That's so boring.
Now, for me, somebody else said Jesus, right?
Of course, that's your common answer. Would you go see Jesus?
I might like to shake his hand.
He'd look at you and say, dude, you in trouble.
I might.
He'd be like, Ron Phillips, dude,
probably,
you know that Rocci dude? You yelled at those Jehovah's Witnesses at the front door while you're eating your pork chop? You in trouble.
That's a whole nother story, folks.
That was a great story, by the way. I want to go to, like, the city of Troy.
The city of Troy.
Yes.
That's interesting.
I would love to go to the city of Troy, because I was hooked on that for a long time, studying and researching the city of Troy, whether it was even real. A lot of people don't even believe it was real. They think it was just like a story. But they found an ancient city, which was huge. At first, they thought it was a little city, but the history of it. And then you go find out, we watched the movie Troy. It wasn't, the war was not over some Greek princess, like Hollywood likes to put it. They actually had control of the port coming off the Aegean Sea that went, and there was a canal there. And it was kind of like the Panama Canal. So the Troyans, or whatever you want to call them, they had control. So any ship that bypassed had to pay the city of Troy. And of course, the greedy hands, the Greeks, they're like, hey, I like that kind of money. So I'm going to come and I'm going to fight you for 10 freaking years and I'm going to take your stuff over. And that's how now I believe the Trojan horse story was real.
Oh, I think you're right.
I would probably be a good warrior.
Probably.
I think I would.
You
Maybe
think?
in a past life, I was a warrior in the city of Troy.
Would you be a Spartan?
I am a Spartan.
I am a Spartan, he
I'm
says.
a son of a bitch.
Hey, before we get to break, let's talk about this movie that's coming out. Guys, I want to say congratulations to our buddy Jeff, Crypto Hulk Stewart. I know he's watching tonight. I saw a post on Facebook earlier tonight that caught my attention. Let me see if I can pull that up over here.
Well, I'd like to meet Martin Luther King Jr. Okay, that's a good one.
There's no question about that. All right, so Jeff posted tonight. He says,
Jeff's in the chat room.
Yep, film review of Man versus Bigfoot. He says, by the way, I did all the wounds, broken bones, and blood splatter. He said, I was the practical effects in this movie. Woohoo! Man versus Bigfoot did do some nice things when it came to production, one being the practical effects. I always applaud films when they decide to use practical effects over CGI because it just adds a little more realism. Every time a wound, a broken bone, and a blood splatter are shown in the film, it is done quite well. Also, the locations used in the film are quite stunning. Now, that was a quote by a movie reviewer called Film Threat. Oh. I've got a little bit more of that here coming up. But before we do that, I want to introduce you to the guy who wrote the film and I think directed it. His name is David Ford, and you will probably see him in this film. because he plays, I think, Jack Rollins. And so let's take a look real quick. Well, here's the cover for the movie. It's called Man versus Bigfoot.
So what is that thing on the right? Is that supposed to be a Bigfoot dude?
No, this
kind of
is.
looks like it.
That's an Indian.
Oh, I take that back.
Yeah. So let's just take a look at it. Here you go, folks.
So what time are you heading out tomorrow?
First thing in the morning. I've been waiting a long time for this. My name is Aaron Rollins. I'm making this video because I don't know what's going to happen to me tonight. There's something out there and it's getting closer.
Jack. Christine called. It's about Aaron. He's missing.
Found this phone about 50 yards off the trail.
That's Aaron's phone!
Mr. Rollins, I hope you understand that you're highly unlikely to find anything.
Yeah, I know, but he's my brother. Gotta try. Identify yourself.
I trap these woods. I don't mean to sound discouraging, but I believe in honesty. You're not going to find your brother. He could be standing right by you, and you would never know it, unless it wanted you to know. If I were you, I would move on. I would pack up and go back to your family, while you still can.
Freaking wow. Oh, it's going to be a great. I haven't seen it yet, folks. I just learned about it tonight, so I'm going to go out and watch it. Some more information from Film Threats Review. He said, let's see, the story is believable because you can believe that an ex-police officer can have enough skill to protect himself from most things in the woods. Jack goes in armed, so it's not like he attempts to kill a Bigfoot with his bare hands. But once the story flushes out more, it does not seem as believable. Yes, it's a story about a mythical creature that some say could be real. I get that, but still, when having a realistic tone, it should have more realistic quality to it. Guys, this was filmed in East Texas, I think.
What?
Yeah, Jeff will have to tell us.
By the way,
but I think so. But those places out there are beautiful. He says, I'm a sucker for nature, so when I see miles and miles of trees and mountains, my heart skips a few beats. I'm not exactly sure where this was shot, but I want a vacation there as long as there aren't any Sasquatches there. Oh. That's pretty funny. If you are a Bigfoot enthusiast, then Man versus Bigfoot is something you would probably want to watch. It's a different take on the creature than you are probably used to seeing, so do not go in expecting to know what you will get.
I'm just saying, I don't think an encounter with Bigfoot or any kind of Sasquatch would be a peaceful encounter.
Yeah, and I don't think so either. Not because just based on the stories that we've heard, of course, with the rocks being thrown or pebbles.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
the damn pebbles.
well,
So that was real. All right. And I was traumatized by that. And you're making fun of me. By the way, Jeff was also the assistant director, and he acts in the movie as well. By the way, Jeff, your profile picture.
Fantastic, Jeff. Thank you for the information. He acts in it. If you go to IMDb and look at Man versus Bigfoot, then you can help me by telling Jeff he needs a picture on his IMDb account.
Yeah, well,
you're welcome.
You're welcome. By the way, Kevin
you, buddy.
John Hutchins, he thinks, we were talking about time travel and change in history.
Yeah.
He mentioned the Mandela effect.
Yeah, we talked about the Mandela effect, or I watched a video of it the other day, but we've talked about that before, where, you think something is one way all your life, and then you realize that that's not it. We need to, we get to do a segment on that.
We will. And I seriously, just in 30 seconds, I seriously experienced the Mandela effect, because in the Twin Cities, there was a guy who did a cooking segment on the morning news, and his name was Andrew Zimmerman.
I remember Andrew.
But now it's Andrew Zimmer. And I can't find Andrew Zimmerman anywhere. It was always Andrew Zimmerman. I knew it was Andrew Zimmerman, and now it's Andrew Zimmer.
It's not Zimmerman?
No.
Okay. There's some weird shit going on.
The Mandela effect, dude.
Yeah, that's true. And that's based around, the name comes from the fact that everybody thought Nelson Mandela died in prison years and years and years ago, but he didn't. He died in 2013. And people are like, what? He died in 1980 something. But no, he died in 2013. And there are many other ones, like Looney Tunes. You swear to God it's spelled Toons, but it's not.
What is it?
Tunes. I'm not even joking, dude.
No.
Yeah, you better check.
You better check yourself.
Yeah, I mean, these are things that's the Mandela effect. Is stuff that you thought was one way, but is not that way.
He said they filmed in East Texas around Arkansas.
Okay.
It used to be Arkansas, but it's actually Arkansas.
Okay.
Mandela effect.
Who's Arkansas?
That's where they filmed the show.
Oh, okay.
Folks, hey, Abnormal Realities. Rob Phillips, Rocci Stucci, abnormalrealities.com. Get on over there and check it out. Rob Phillips, take us home.
All right, guys, you're going to hear about RomikaDesigns.com. And then when we come back from the break, Rocky's got some stuff he wants to talk to you about with respect to Romika Designs and some stuff we've got coming up this weekend. We'll talk to you guys in a second. At Romika Designs, we're more than just a laser engraving and specialty design company. Much more. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs, and if you can dream it, we can probably make it. We can custom laser cut and engrave on nearly all material. Great for one-of-a-kind gifts, home decor, business and specialty items, or personalized and logo designs created just for you or your company. Allow us to become your go-to gift and specialty project partner. Romika Designs can help make your ideas a reality. We're ready to help you design and create that special gift for any occasion or engrave your personal or business logo on just about any product. View our designs at romikadesigns.com or simply email us with your ideas. We specialize in custom design and we'd be honored to have the opportunity to discuss it with you. Call us at 817-400-4040, email info@romikadesigns.com, or visit us on the web at romikadesigns.com.
Abnormal Realities.
So we're trying to decide, we're trying to make a purchase, and we're debating over one big, huge item, so we're going to probably prostitute ourselves, and I'm going to...
Because you want some of this.
That's right, and I'm going to go down to the local Taco Bell. I just had an idea. Dude, you shave your head.
What?
Right now, bids. If we hit $50 donation to the program, would you, right now, on Freaky Friday... Dude, this is $50 closer to our camera system.
Right, but these are things we're supposed to talk about before the show.
No, because spontaneous decisions are the best decisions, right?
$50 and I'll shave my head.
There you go. He just said it. Yeah, you will.
Oh, my God.
Look at Ron. What's the matter?
The first damn donation we got was $50 from Tim Ratliff.
Abnormal Realities.
Oh!
Son of a bitch.
Oh!
With Ron and Rocky.
Dude, I can't believe you really did it.
8 p.m. Eastern, Mojo 50.
Welcome back to Abnormal Realities, folks. My name is Ron Phillips. That's Rocci Stucci.
How you doing?
Right there.
Right
and this is Petey.
Hey, Petey.
Hey, so Romika Designs has got this thing coming up. We've got a farmer's market coming up this weekend. I spent 16 hours a day the last few days cutting stuff on the laser and doing some things. But one item or one couple of items that Rocky wanted to mention.
All right. So I was a little heartbroken when I came in because everybody knows, this is a very non-political show, but Ron and I very much love this country. We're very patriotic.
Yep.
True to the red, white, and blue bone. I came in, and Ron's dear, beautiful, loving wife, how she puts up with Mr. Phillips, I have no idea.
Me either.
So when she came in, I sound weird on my headphones. Oh, there we go. There, that's much better. There. Hi, Rocky. So she showed me something that they are going to be having at the show. And I asked Ron, I'm like, brother, how could you not offer this to the viewers? Because I know many people, no matter what your views are in societal situations, you still love your country. And we never forget something that happened 20 years ago. So Ron Phillips, show this.
Yeah. So we've got, so this is like about a 2 or 3 inch tall little token right here. It can be used as a keychain or can be hung from your rear view mirror, but it's a 20th anniversary of We Will Never Forget for the Twin Towers. And then of course, my wife and I discussed it and we thought, you know what, we're going to go ahead and make some keychains too. So we did some of these in acrylic. Sorry for the crappy pictures, but Rocky took them about 10 seconds before the show.
That's right.
But we just wanted to kind of show you guys what we're working on. But we're pretty proud of the fact that we've got a laser and we're going to be doing some more patriotic stuff throughout the year. But 9/11 was coming up, so he wanted me to make sure I showed those that we have.
No,
so
you know what, dude, you got to offer them to the listeners.
And I will, if you guys want one of these. I think the wooden ones are $4 each and the keychains are $5 each. And if you want one just to have it, we can just send me an email, info@abnormalrealities.com. We'll take care of it.
Come on, help a brother.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what? I'd be honored to have that on my keychain. And what's even better is that, we honor all the men and women and all those that lost their life on September 11th.
Yeah.
But the fact that you made it and you touched it.
That's what makes it expensive right there. No.
Folks, get it. Help brother out. You don't need no help. I don't know why I keep saying help brother out. Get the keychain. Send him a message. info@abnormalrealities.com. And again, we will recognize that as we get closer to the date. But
yeah, and then I think I'll put them on the website either tomorrow or Thursday. So if you want to wait till they're up on the website, feel free. But no, so what else you want to talk about? You want to talk about your pyramids now?
Oh, yes. Thank you, Ron Phillips.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
All right. So, you know what?
It's actually crazy conspiracy theories related to the pyramids, right?
But, we say crazy conspiracy theories, but I can almost guarantee you that for each one that we're going to go down on this list, there's going to be somebody watching or listening that believes that's how the pyramids were actually made. Interested. Oh, you know what I'm going to do too? I forgot to go to Twitter. And by the way, folks, if you are listening to the program, whether you're listening live on Spreaker or you're listening on Mojo 50 Radio on the iHeart channel, we also interact with our family over there on Twitter and all you jackals out there. And all you need to do is make sure you hashtag abnormal realities. And we have a thing on our screen right here. There's whatchamacallit right there. She said Cheeto snack time.
Cheeto snack time.
Dude, I had Cheetos today for lunch. That was actually my lunch. I microwave them for 10 seconds.
Jeez.
Don't you ever microwave your Cheetos?
I do not. Why would you microwave your Cheetos?
I microwave my ice cream too. I'm not even lying. I microwave my ice cream for 45 seconds. So it's kind of like a shake. And it's
really?
Dude, it is.
Do the Cheetos not just blow up in the microwave?
No, dude, they become chewy.
I'm out. What? Cheetos are supposed to be crunchy.
No, crunch is annoying.
All right.
Okay, I'm pulling this up here. Just give me a second. Ronnie caught me off guard. So let me just pull this up. So everybody has these theories in regards to the pyramids. Even John has his theory. But as of this date, I don't think a lot of people can really 100% definitively explain how those pyramids were built. Whether they're in alignment with Orion's belt, or whether they're made to produce electricity. Did you know that there's a sex room in one of the pyramids?
No.
Yep, there's a sex room. Now, if we ever went to Egypt, we can get in the pyramids. We can get into the...
Can't everybody get into the pyramids?
No.
Oh, you can't. I thought you could tour them.
No, you got to know people. You got to get
seriously,
deep inside.
Though.
Yeah, you got to get deep inside. You can't.
There's no... Okay.
No. You can get into the king's chamber, but you cannot get into the queen's chamber. And there is a room in the pyramid specifically designed for a little, just saying.
Why would they fight in the pyramid?
They're not fighting.
Oh, okay.
You son of a bitch.
Like, why? Why is there a room for fighting? Is it a wrestling room?
What? Do what?
So
You
to
didn't say
speak?
that.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah.
So we
there's
could get into the
actually-
pyramids if we went and visited. John could get us in?
There's a table there where,
Stick with the story, dude.
yes, we can get in there. But the problem is that the tunnels are 4x4, so you got to crouch down. And I think Scotty explained it because Scotty got in there and he was really sore the next day because you had to crouch while
So
you
you're
walk.
crouching all the time.
All the time. Yeah. There's
Well,
not
don't
like-
you ever get into rooms that are open? Big open room?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. That's where you're
So
going
you just
to.
got to crouch down, going down through the, but it's probably a long walk. How
And if
far?
you're claustrophobic,
Oh, see, that's my problem.
no, you'll be all right.
I don't think I'm claustrophobic.
Not enough not to go in the pyramids. How many people can
Yeah,
say that they went
they've
into
been
the
inside.
sex room, into the pyramids?
I don't know. Can you get in the sex room of the
Yeah,
pyramid?
you can. And there's a little tinge because there's no airflow. So there's like a
There's probably some-
3,000-year-old tinge.
Some funk
There is some funk. It's
flying
like
around. isn't it?
functified into the stone because, you know. But I would like to know what your guys' theories are. How do you believe? I can't believe we're talking about funk
So-
in the pyramids.
About what?
Funk in the pyramids.
Oh,
that like
yes.
warms my heart. All right, so I'm going to kind of just go down the list. Ron, we'll do every other one.
Okay. You got the first one, and this one kind of blows my mind a little bit because I'm not quite okay. I
never even heard this.
I've never heard this before.
The pyramids are actually Noah's Ark. The pyramids are a giant boat. In the latest theory by historian Matthew Simpson, who believes that the pyramids are actually Noah's Ark, used in the Genesis flood story, though which God spares Noah, his family, and all the animals that received the invite to join. Based on a debate over the meaning of a Greek word, Simpson put forth the idea that instead of describing the ark as tall, it actually describes it as pyramids.
I can't look at these pyramids
I'm not feeling it. at all.
and even remotely see that could be a boat.
Yeah.
There's no way.
No, I'm not feeling it. How the hell can that be a boat?
Yeah, it says
Maybe they hid inside the pyramids. No, there's not enough room for all the
no.
animals.
He
on
says
the
basing
planet.
his theory around some dubious translations of the Dead Sea Scrolls, medieval Italian artists, and some impressive dot connecting. Simpson states that the idea of a pyramid-shaped ark, of course, makes us think of ancient Egypt, and we know that Egypt features heavily in the Old Testament.
Oh, well.
And this guy says, seems plausible. Look at those fish around the top pyramid.
What
Must have been a boat.
fish?
What the hell is he talking about?
Where's the freaking? I don't see no damn fish.
I don't either.
Oh,
All right.
man.
All right, so the next one. Aliens built the pyramids. Now, I've heard this before. It says, quote, you know those big stone structures out in Egypt, the ones which were supposedly built to house the remains of dead pharaohs, the ones you thought were built by the Egyptians? Well, you were wrong. They were built by aliens.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at some of the undeniable evidence.
Let's look.
End quote.
End
Any
quote.
website that starts like this seems really authoritative. Everything from the Predator aliens to Scientology's Lord Xenu have been put forward as the puppet master guiding human civilization from the beginning. What's the proof? The speed of light is 299,792,458 meters per second, and the geographic coordinates for the Great Pyramids are 29.9792458 degrees north. Coincidence? I think not. Theories of this ilk basically say that because the civilization that invented the calendar and was based on farming couldn't possibly understand the stars, seasons, the days of the year, and the rotation of the earth, must have gotten their technology from aliens. I mean, it's not like they knew basic math and stargazing, right? Oh, that's okay. I'm more apt to believe that than I am that it's the Noah's Ark.
So maybe not so much the aliens themselves built it, but maybe the aliens gave the technology or the ideas or the mathematics to help align it with that Orion's belt. I don't know, but that seems to be the most common one. Because anytime historical man proves to be intelligent, there has to be an alien involved because it had to be aliens.
Okay. All right. What's number 3?
Right. This one here, it's a little controversial.
Yeah.
All right. But it says right here that slaves built them. Now, on a very serious note.
Let's talk about which slaves you're talking about.
Correct, because John and I had a big debate about this.
Really?
Yeah. Now, I'm just going to tell you what it says in the article, and then I'll flip back to the conversation John and I had. Jewish or non-Jewish, the idea of ancient Egypt as a massive slave country has been propagated for centuries. In fact, despite the Torah and the story of the Exodus, researchers believe that the story of the Jews in Egypt was actually about their time in Babylon, and it was the Hyksos, who were sent out of Egypt. In any case, the pyramids were already old by the time the Jews settled in the Nile Delta, and even older by the time Pharaoh ordered them to leave. Researchers believe that the pyramids were built by paid laborers and skilled craftsmen, while slaves were used for domestic work. Egyptologists state that the building projects were not undertaken with slave labor. Now, I just want to throw this part right here. In the 1990s, a secret door was discovered inside of one of the Great Pyramids with red writing on the outside. Zahi Hawass allowed a robot to drill a small hole and peek inside. He then announced that nothing was found, but refused to give the videotapes as proof. The Egyptian government forbade researchers from abroad to look for themselves. This spawned a host of conspiracy theories that the chamber had great treasure and alien corpses that would disprove religion, or that Hitler, Steve Jobs, and Jimmy Hoffa were still alive and playing cards in the secret chamber.
Yeah. No.
So,
no.
I brought this up to John about those that helped build the pyramids. Now, maybe that was a source of revenue. Maybe that was a way that they fed, their kids or their families. But I asked him the question, and I said, were those people that built the pyramids, were they slaves? And he viciously said no. He viciously defended the fact that he believed that those were Egyptians and those of other cultures, whether it be Asia.
But that they were paid laborers?
That they were paid laborers, and they were very proud and dignified in being part of building those pyramids. Now, I could see that. I can understand that. We can theorize that, right? We don't know how the pyramids were built, so we don't know for sure whether they were slave labor or non-slave labor, right? And there's going to be academics on both sides of the aisle that are going to dispute each claim. But I just can't see, to have such a vast project in such a radicalized time of ideologies, right? These are people, human beings, who believed they were gods. Legitimately, they thought that they were gods, and they were building these tombs so their spirits could live in eternity, right? So they put the foods and the treasures and the gold and the women and even dead rooms. People and the sex rooms. They put all that in there for their journey in the afterlife. So they found themselves relevant, but they didn't find their people relevant enough to have their own secret chambers and their own secret little pyramids and their own secret little burial spots. They just got buried in the sand. So if they believed and had such value towards the people that helped build the pyramid, then why didn't they get such a dignified death or such a dignified burial or such a dignified remembrance? Why didn't they do things to help those that helped build the pyramids live an eternal life as well? Why are the only ancient Egyptians that we find, they're only pharaohs or family of pharaohs or kin of pharaohs, right? So I believe that it's very arguable to say, yeah, there were some slave laborers that were there being whooped around and thrown around and not building quick enough. And how many people died building those pyramids?
Oh, I would imagine hundreds of thousands, probably. I mean, you gotta think. I mean, these freaking stones are gigantic, and apparently we're moving them 100 miles to do that. Number 4, maybe not. Number 4, you guys remember Mary and Joseph, correct? That would be Jesus's parents.
Oh, good friends. As a matter of fact, I think they sent me a text today. I can't.
No, you can't find your phone. Okay. So this, So this conspiracy theory says that Jesus's father Joseph built the pyramids to store wheat, and based on the quote, squared stone and rubble, biblical theorists have claimed that Joseph built the pyramids to store wheat grain. This one comes from Christians who want to take credit for the pyramids themselves. the theory has been around since the 6th century, but came back after U.S. presidential candidate Ben Carson cited the theory. When asked how Joseph may have gotten the technical expertise for such a feat, rather than say he got the plans from God, Carson surprised everyone with the obvious answer, quote, various of scientists have said, well, you know, there were alien beings that came down and they have special knowledge, and that's how. So there you go.
You know, it's really hard to take somebody serious politically when they say such things like this.
It is, but there have been a lot of politicians who have talked about aliens and UFOs. There have.
Yeah, but they didn't say that they use the pyramids to store wheat.
No, they didn't. But look, come on. I mean,
so you believe it?
No, I don't, because we've been in the pyramids. I don't remember anybody saying, oh, look, here's the wheat room.
Hell of a point. I never even thought about it. Maybe a corn room.
All right. What's number 5?
Oh, okay. Let me get back to it. All right. So, yeah, Ben Carson, man, I know you saved lives and doing those brain, where they separated twins
brain
and stuff
surgery,
like that. That's awesome. But you lose me. You lose me sometimes. All right. Now, this here is probably more common than the alien theory.
Probably.
Right?
Yeah.
This, folks, is they are an energy source. Now, in files found in storage of the Russian intelligence archives, the KGB researched the Pyramids of Giza and disclosed a report detailing the strange electromagnetic power field surrounding them. It read, during inspection of the wall segment, we noticed an old sensation okay. Oh, I smacked the shit out of you right now.
Well, it's not an old sensation.
So it's not like Arkansas?
No, it's not.
Okay.
No, it's not an old sensation. Okay, sorry.
It
Just
read,
helping a brother
during
out.
inspection of the wall segment, we noted an odd sensation. A magnetic repulsive force seemed to be emanating from the rock. We were unable to find the scientific explanation. Son of a bitch. This created the theory that the pyramids are a massive energy power plant like the Tesla coil used to gather and transfer electricity through the air. Theorists claim this allowed the Egyptians to transfer energy to the Mayan pyramids. That's kind of cool.
That is kind of cool. And look, I've seen the pyramid in freaking Las Vegas. I know that light shoots out of the top of it. So,
dude, really? You're comparing something built by modern technology with the light shooting? So what?
Yeah.
That's from a light bulb.
Yeah.
But good one, though. 'Cause
It
you
says,
made me think
it
about
goes on to say, despite all manner of tests, though, no difference in the electromagnetic fields inside or outside the pyramids have ever been recorded.
Okay,
So,
but there have been. See, here's the problem. You get somebody like Graham Hancock, right? You familiar with Graham?
I'm not.
Okay, Graham, I think, is a phenomenal alternative history type of guy. Modern scientists completely try to discredit him, and he has done phenomenal work in many different areas of study, even like Göbekli Tepe.
I love, look, I'm a history nut. I'm a history fan, but I love being forced into thinking something different about history.
Graham will be the one to do it, and he gets attacked all the time by universities, by scientists. We're afraid that we're going to be wrong, right? We're afraid that all the history books that we have are going to be wrong, and we're going to have to rewrite history. Just like this one lady, she was a professor in a college, and she forbidden archaeology. She was part of this program called Forbidden Archaeology. She found tools made by man that date back way farther than what we believed man existed. Oh. And she was warned by the university not to publish her work. She had it dated. She had the tools dated. She had the site dated. She had all the information laid out, scientific facts. Because of the fact that she published that paper, because she believed that people had the right to know, she lost her credentials. She lost her job at the university. She couldn't get a job anywhere, to the point to where she opened up a little tiny flower store because she could not get a job anywhere for publishing her actual real scientific work.
It floors me that can be done in this day and age, that you can be, quote, canceled, because that's what it is, for your honest and true ideals and research.
Well, John and Maria have had findings that have actually altered a little bit of history. Dating. Okay.
See,
Nothing significant, but within a couple few hundred years,
Yeah.
or they're finding a kin within people they didn't know was,
Yeah.
I don't understand why we, as a modern nation or a modern globe, we're so afraid of the fact that we were wrong to where we may have to go reprint all the school books. We may have to go change all the online courses, but we would much rather be comfortable in what we always taught. Look at the Columbus theory, right? Everybody believes Christopher Columbus was the first person here on Earth. There's evidence.
First person in this country.
In this country, I'm sorry. There's evidence that the ancient Mayans were here. There's evidence that the Templars were here. There's evidence that the Vikings were here. Then they even have evidence of the Vikings being in this country in freaking northern Minnesota. They
Really?
came in through the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
Who cares? Why does Christopher Columbus have to be the sole person to have laid foot on North America? Why does he have to be the first recognized person? Why are we so afraid to say, we were wrong?
But we know Native Americans were here first.
Well, of course.
Because that's who the Pilgrims ate lunch with. Sorry, I know I mixed two stories there.
It was
All
a
right.
pretty good lunch too, by the way. Turkey and
So
beets.
the last one, of course, is God. I sounded like a dumbass just now. Sorry. The last,
But it wasn't wrong.
The last conspiracy theory.
But we don't talk about Christopher Columbus putting a bunch of Indians on the boat and bringing them back to European countries
No,
and
I
using them
agree.
as slaves.
Nope, I
we don't
agree.
talk about that, but slavery in America was a really bad thing, but it wasn't in Europe. I'm just saying.
The last conspiracy theory, folks, about the Pyramids of Giza are that the Illuminati built them, if you believe that. Despite the fact that the Illuminati was officially founded in 1785, many people point to their role in pyramid creation. The group took up the pyramid with the eye on top as their symbol, with the Latin phrase "one from many." Illuminati, that's found on the back of the $1 bill, by the way. Illuminati scholars state that the Latin actually means New World Order, and the eye on the pyramid and the eye of Horus point to the Illuminati's power through time. However, this theory was proposed in a popular book series from the 1960s, not the original Illuminati, who were disbanded 20 years after their founding. The book series was popular, blah, blah, blah. Let me get to that. Many of them would attempt to sneak into the pyramids, but were driven off by security or trespassing. Now, what do all these theories have in common? The unknown aspects of how and why the pyramids were built have allowed for different people to fill in the blanks with their own agenda.
So-
Israelis, Christians, New Age spiritualists, UFO hunters, they all believe that their story is correct about the Pyramids of Giza.
New Age spiritualists. I don't hear too many New Age spiritualists trying to make claim to the pyramids. So.
Well, but they all assume that the Egyptians were too stupid to do it themselves.
No, I thought they were brilliant people. I've seen people today
I
arguing.
think John would probably agree with you
what
that they were brilliant.
ethnicity they were. It's like, who cares? All right, they were brown skinned. There were people from maybe different cultures. There's people there from Asian cultures. There's people there from the Middle East. There's people there from. You go up to Israel where there's lighter skinned people. Who cares? Really, who cares in regards to the pigmentation of somebody's skin who built the pyramids? We're talking about an ancient culture that accomplished an amazing feat. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, there are so many things in our past and in our history of this world that are, even by our standards, with the technology that we have, amazing.
Yep.
And we still, to this day, don't know how those pyramids were built. We don't know what the standing rocks, what's that called? Come on now. It just slipped my mind. I had it.
Standing rocks.
Yeah, the rock formation.
Oh, you're talking about that one. Don't make me think. Oh,
come on, somebody on Twitter hit us with that.
Oh, it's okay. Okay, the rock. I know what you're talking about. I see it. They're in a circle.
Yes.
It is called somebody help a brother. There's Stonehenge. Thank you, Timothy Radcliffe. Stonehenge.
Yeah, Stonehenge. And how those stones got there and what they signify. Yeah. And we've tried to calculate and figure out what those stones signify for hundreds of years, but we still don't absolutely know for a fact.
Maybe a calendar?
Possibly. And then this damn Mayan calendar that keeps telling us the world's going to end.
It just
What's up with that?
recycles. It just resets. You know, everything has to start and everything has to end.
I think the guest we had, was it Jeff? Maybe it was Scott Wolter that talked about the fact that the Mayan calendar basically is just this reset.
I just think the whole end of the world thing just really benefited a very small amount of people, and it definitely benefited a lot of food companies, and people thought they were going to survive. But I just want to say this: we only have a little bit of time left. I got a whole problem with the Illuminati conversation. I do. 90% of the people that know of the Illuminati today only know of it because of that damn movie with Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Whatever that was called again. Tom Hanks movie. Come on, Ron. You know what I'm talking about. I see you thinking.
Are you talking about the one that Scott Wolter talked about too?
Where they talk about the Illuminati, where he's looking for the lineage of Jesus's children. Somebody's going to put it in Facebook, or somebody's going to put it.
Why is it that? Is it something in the air tonight?
The Da Vinci Code.
Is it just that we're old and
all of it.
Alzheimer's kicking in? Because damn it.
Yeah, dude, and it's simple stuff. It's the Da Vinci Code. And a lot of people
Maybe
didn't
I'm
even
not
know.
eating good or something.
I take my fish oil every morning, and that ain't helping worth a crap.
No.
It's supposed to help brain memory, and it ain't helping. You know what I'm saying?
I need to stop drinking diet sodas, I guess. Yeah. The Da Vinci Code.
The Da Vinci Code. So nobody really knew the Illuminati until after the Da Vinci Code, and then the Da Vinci Code comes out, and then they're everywhere. Everybody's like, the Illuminati this, the Illuminati that, the Illuminati this.
I had heard about the Illuminati before. And look, if it's out there as some secret society, you know, even the Masons have been called a secret society.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things. It's been secret for this long, and it's going to stay secret, and we're never going to find out.
Maybe 2012 was the beginning of the end of the world, and it's just a slow decaying.
Kind of feels that way.
Dude,
yeah, I agree.
See, we come up with things. Actually, I kind of stole that off of Mary on
Did you? Okay.
Facebook. Folks, get on over. abnormalrealities.com. Ron is going to get everything set up. Info at abnormalrealities.com. Get that keychain or get the coin. That's a beautiful thing, and it's a good way to remember. And wear that, carry that, and walk with pride. That'll be a day that I personally will never forget. You won't forget.
Nope. I know exactly what I was doing and where I was, but that's coming up this Saturday.
That's right. And get on over and check out my son's new lures. We just did a big push. Wayfinderlures.com. Wayfinderlures.com. And of course, RomikaDesigns.com. But all you need to do is go to abnormalrealities.com, and all the links are going to be right there
across
on
the top.
The home
You can
page.
also find our latest episode, all of our podcasts, everything there.
Love
Go
you
out
guys.
and check it out. Love
Ladies
you guys.
and gentlemen, man, we love the hell out of you, Ron Phillips. Take us home.
You already said everything. There's nothing else for me to say.
Say more.
Love you guys. See you tomorrow.